A story we guarantee most of you have never heard before. Big money is being made from the sale of fetal body parts.
Even the most ardent pro-choice advocates, like Planned Parenthood President Gloria Feld, are disturbed by what we found.
It seems inappropriate, totally inappropriate. Where there is wrongdoing, it should be prosecuted and should be brought to justice.
A lot of people want intact parts these days because they're looking for specific nodes. Maybe investing. I was like, wow, I didn't even know. Good for them. Yesterday was the first time she said people wanted lungs. And then, like I said, always as many intact livers as possible. People just want
livers.
People want lower extremities too, which that's simple. I mean, that's easy. I don't know what they're doing with it. I just want muscle.
Yeah, a dime a dozen.
I'm the medical director for the national office for all of the affiliates.
So I say, okay, what are you looking to supply today? We've been very good at getting parts on liver. Every provider has had patients who want to donate their tissue, and they absolutely want to accommodate them. They just want to do it in a way that is not perceived as this clinic is selling tissue, this clinic is making money off of this.
Okay, so when you are or the affiliate is demonstrating what that is monetary.
Yes.
So that it doesn't raise any question of this is what it's about. This is the thing. What price would you?
You know, I'm going to throw a number out. I would say it's probably anywhere from $30 to $100, depending on the facility and what's involved.
The $30 to $100 price, that's per specimen that we're talking about, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The $30 to $100 price, that's per specimen that we're talking about, right? Yeah.
Yes.
How much of a difference can it actually make if you know what kind of what's expected or what we need versus?
It makes a huge difference. I'd say a lot of people want liver. And for that reason, most providers put this under ultrasound guidance, so they'll know where they're putting their forceps. Kind of rate-limiting step of the procedure is calvarium. Calvarium, the head is basically the biggest part. Most of the other stuff can come out of the town.
Right.
I thought I was going to be just drawing blood, not procuring tissue from aborted fetuses. They partner with Planned Parenthood and they get part of the money.
So I say, okay, what are you looking to supply today?
You know, you can imagine where they would run with this, like, you're selling body part, you know.
My name's Holly O'Donnell. I'm 24 and I'm a phlebotomist and an ex-procurement technician. For those who don't know what a phlebotomist is, basically you draw blood for a living. I was looking to help the public. I mean, I'm looking to make blood draws easy for children, for people. I'm very passionate about people. I find myself, I'm very humane and very sensitive. I thought I was going to be just drawing blood, not procuring tissue from aborted fetuses. I basically just went on Craigslist, typed in the word phlebotomist, lab technician, and I clicked the link to apply. It said procurement technician. I went to the website, it said STEM Express, and apply now. I applied. It was really short. It wasn't even an application. It was your name, your phone number. That was it. And I got an email back, and I interviewed. And they don't even let you know in the interview what you're doing. STEM Express is a company that hires procurement techs to draw blood and dissect dead fetuses and sell the parts to researchers. They partner with Planned Parenthood and they get part of the money because we pay them to use their facilities and they get paid from it. They do get some kind of benefit. We were asked to procure certain tissues like brain, liver, thymus, pancreas, heart, lungs, and pretty much anything on the fetus. It's basically huge trafficking of fetal tissues.
So I'll just take a couple minutes.
Sure.
And Brianna is my assistant.
Hi.
So,
Oh, you're warm. I want to hang on to you.
so I was talking to Mary about what I'm trying to offer to clinics as a procurement service, and she said, you know all about this.
Oh, we have already a relationship with ABR.
Oh, okay.
So that's the sort of thing you're doing?
It's a startup. So there's already a service there. I'm thinking with my business head that
using them for over 10 years, a really long time. So I just kind of renegotiated the contract. They're doing the I can't remember what they call it, but the big collection for government level collections and things like that. So I'm trying to think of other providers in our town.
So I don't want to sound like a salesman here, but I'm going to. So we return a portion of our fees to the clinics. So just as a way of thank you for this. Just trying to establish.
Right, get a toe in and make it sound.
Okay, so I'd like, what would you expect for intact tissue? What sort of compensation? What sort of?
Well, why don't you start by telling me what you're used to paying?
Okay, I don't think so. I would like to know what would make you happy. What would work for you?
Well, you know, in negotiations, the person who throws out the figure first is at a loss, right? So.
No, I don't look at it that way. I know you want to play that game. I get it, but I want
lowball because I'm used to low things from.
You know what? If you lowball, I'll act pleasantly surprised, and you'll know it's a lowball.
Okay.
What I want to know is what would work for you. Don't lowball it.
Okay.
Tell me what you really.
$75 a specimen.
Was always trying to make sure that we got our specimens. No one else really cared, but the main nurse did because she knew that Planned Parenthood was getting compensated. So she wanted to make sure that everything was going great for us, it was going great for them, and for us, and it was going great for them.
And are we agreed that $100 would keep you happy?
Well, let me agree to find out from other affiliates in California what they're getting. And if they're getting substantially more, then we can discuss it then.
Yes.
And if this is in the ballpark, then that's fine. If it's still low, then we can talk about it. I want a Lamborghini. I said I want a Lamborghini.
Don't we all, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I remember my first day, I was at the Concord Clinic, And it was very early in the morning. I was with one of my trainers. And I walk in, I meet the staff, and I look over in the corner and there's it's a little light tray with pie dishes on it. I'm like, okay. And then I see someone come in with a bottle of something and there was blood in it. I'm like, okay. And then they went over to the sink and they emptied it out in a strainer and put it on the pie dish and lit it up, and I'm like looking like, what's going on? And my trainer comes over and she puts on gloves and she grabs some tweezers and she's picking the parts away from the vaginal tissue. And I've never had anxiety before this at all. So I'm looking and I don't know what's going on. I had no idea this was what was going to be happening, especially my first day. And she has tweezers and she's like, okay, well, this is the head, this is the arm, this is a leg. And she hands them over and says, oh, here you go. Can you show me some of the parts I just showed you? And I grabbed the tweezers. I'm like, because I didn't want to lose this job. I didn't know. I was already stoked to get it. So I did what she said. In the moment I took the tweezers, I put them in the dish. I remember grabbing the leg and I said, this is the leg. And the moment I picked it up, I could just feel like death and pain. Like, I've never felt that before, like shoot up through my body. And I blacked out.
So would you call that intact?
These are intact kidneys,
okay.
Yes. If somebody needed...
Because if I looked at that, I'd be like, that's good to go.
Oh, yeah.
As
Yeah.
5 stars.
Yeah, you could start a neural cell culture from this neural tissue right here.
Like, would someone want that?
This?
Yeah. Any of
Yeah,
this?
yeah. Oh yeah. Someone would definitely.
So even at 11 weeks, even though it's really early, because I know that's when we talked about
this is neural tissue that people could take and look, and you see how it's still connected through the spinal cord back there.
Should we just send that all together and take it out?
You could actually, yeah. Yeah, some people prefer that actually because it keeps it a little more protected. Yeah. That 11.6 was pretty good. There was there was like 3 or 4 samples we could have taken out of the 11.6. So that would be if we were doing like 50 to 75 per specimen, that would be like 200, 300. We'd be comfortable with that. But like so it's like stuff like this. Like we don't want to do like just a flat fee of like 200 and then it's like
no, and I think the per item thing works a little better just because you can see how much you get out of that.
Okay, Charlie.
Curious, has anyone at the White House watched these videos from Planned Parenthood about Planned Parenthood?
I suspect somebody has.
And where are you getting your information, the fact that it's fraudulent or the fact that they're distorted and edited unfairly?
Based on the public comments of Planned Parenthood, who has indicated that the views that are represented in the video are entirely inconsistent with that organization's policies and with the high ethical standard that they live up to.